and welcome. In this video, we are going to learn how to use a digital meal plan using free software called Trello. Now, you can just follow along this training and create your own version, or I do have a copy of the board that we're working with in the description below. If you want to go ahead and download that and then copy it into your account that we're going to create before you get started. Hi, I'm Riene, and if you've been following along on this meal planning series, you'll know that there are benefits to creating a meal plan, as well as things to consider whenever getting started. Today, we're putting all of that together and creating a digital meal plan. So let's get started. So to get started, you're going to go to Trello.com and sign up for a free account. And it'll take you through this process through Atlassian. Just go ahead and sign up what you want your username to be, and then you'll set up a workspace, which is basically just like a project. So once it opens up, it's going to ask you to set up a workspace, which is essentially just like a project. We're going to name this one Jamie Renee's Recipes, and then just kind of follow the steps here. Okay, so whenever you click on the link below, it's going to take you to this sign up page. You can go here and put in some information and hit download, and it will take you to this meal planning swipe. Okay, you're going to come over here to show menu and then click this back arrow, click on more, and then click copy board. And if you are not signed in, it will make you sign in before those options are available. So make sure you're signed in, and then you can just name it whatever you want. Meal plan swipe, copy if you want, and then put it on the workspace that you just created, and then just hit create. Okay, and now that you have copied that over, you should be able to click in and then see all these options to edit and that sort of thing. So if you cannot do that, you are not working with the copy, you are working on the original. So make sure that you are there, and then we can get started. All right, we have our meal planning copy here. This is just kind of the basics of what your Trello board will look like whenever you first, or your workspace will look like whenever you first set it up. These you can get rid of. The most popular templates is not really, you can have a template if you want. You can take the time to go through those. You can also go through and create another board from scratch just by clicking over here, adding a title, all of that. But for now, we are going to go to meal planning copy. I just want to go over a few just Trello basics real quick. This that you're seeing right here is called a board. You can change the name of the board by clicking in here. You can change the background of the board by clicking on show menu and then clicking this button. These things right here, with and without the picture, these are called cards. This gray box with the titles up here, this is called a list. So we've got cards, list, board, and then if you want to add another list, you can just use the slider, come over here to the slide to the right, and then you can just click there and then type in favorites and hit enter or add, whatever, and then you can drag these wherever you see fit. So what we're going to start with is over here in this planning section. I want to go through just each of these real quickly. I have given some examples, but basically what the goal is to get everything out of your head and to get it on paper, or like your digital paper. Basically, so you don't miss anything when everything with the kids' schedules, work deadlines, all of those things are swirling around in your head. If you can get your dinner situation handled or your food situation handled, that's just like one less thing that you have to think about. So we've got it here in the planning section. If you've got household items, I've got a little description here. You can just kind of read through each of these cards. Put in your monthly things that you need to look for, quarterly. If you want to delete these, you can delete the whole sections and rename them, or you can click here make them go away or like remove them, click these three dots, delete, like whatever you want to do. If you want to edit, you can just click inside of it, and then like if you have certain size of batteries that you need, whatever is the case. So once you do that, you can just come over here and close out of that. We're going to go through breakfast, and you can read through here. Basically, I've just got some ideas for breakfast in here, whether it's fast or slow. Again, you can change these as you see fit. You can use this in your planning section. If you are going to upgrade to the advanced version, there are some tricks that you can use to kind of pull in these things automatically. But basically just go through each of these cards and read the description at the top and go ahead and fill those out. This should take you, I don't know, a lot of them are already done. This should take you maybe 15, 20 minutes or so. And then we'll move on to the next section, which is going to go through these different lists. So what you're going to do is you're going to add in the recipes that your family likes, the recipes that you want to remember, or things that you find that you really want to try to incorporate more of, or if you come across a recipe, all the things. So I've got a few in here so that we could play around. If I go back into this card for vegetable beef stew, I've got my ingredients listed. I've got my directions. If you're just learning to cook, you probably won't have this, but you can always, like any tips that you see online or in the comments are a good place to find like tips and stuff like for recipes. So you can add that here, anything that you're going to need. If you want to add a picture, all you have to do is either take a picture or grab one off the internet. You can click on attachment and then just upload it from wherever. So that's real simple. Scrolling back down. Okay, so this is where basically my system comes into place, which is I've got things broken up into shopping list, keep on hand, and then if there's any sides or anything that we like to have with it, I've got that detailed here too. There's a couple different ways you can do things here. We're going to come over here and click copy. That is going to copy the card. It's going to copy everything, and that is okay. We're just going to name it copy because we're creative. Okay, I'm going to close out of this one and then move over here to the copy. So let's say I want to remove this. I can click over here on cover or as the attachment. It kind of either way works. So let's say I want to do this one instead. And I'm going to then close that. And then this is now my cover for this vegetable beef stew. So let's say I did not have any of these down here. So delete, delete. The suggested sides, I'm not too worried. Well, I'm just going to delete it too. So you can come over here, go to checklist. The only thing I suggest is that you keep things consistent. So, and I'll show you why a little bit later, but I've got shopping list because this is what I need from the store. And I've got another one, keep on hand. And this is stuff that I most likely have on hand, and I'll show you. Whenever you copy and paste a recipe, whether it be from Pinterest, the internet, all of these things, you can just, whoops, click in there, click edit, and it pulls everything up. There are some different formatting things here too, to where things are bolded. I'm just going to copy, grab these, Control C, click out of that, and I'm going to scroll down here to my shopping list, click in there, and then do Control V, drop it in, and then I'm just going to hit enter, and it's going to go through and add all of those things for me. So then, as I'm setting up each recipe, it's like, yeah, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to have this stuff on hand. Tomato paste, that's just something I keep on hand. Obviously, salt and pepper. And I'm just clicking and dragging down. If there's anything that you think that maybe you sometimes have beef stock on hand, but not always, you can leave that up there. Make this your own. Shopping list, keep on hand. Okay, so that's one way, is to copy a card and just kind of use the same formatting but rework it. You can also just click on, let me come up here again so you can see, or I'll come over here, to add a card. And I'm going to type, it's chicken. Okay, so I'm going to type in here. Checklist, you can also copy. Just click over here, and if you wanted to do something from another recipe, it's got those things there. So basically, you will go through and add in your own family recipes, everything. If you want to start simple, you can just kind of add them each week as you get this, and then after a month, you'll kind of be really caught up, or you can just sit down, take an hour, and get it done. So whatever works for you. I'm going to show you kind of the finished product, what the goal is. Okay, so if I come over here, this is what it looks like whenever it is all filled out. I've got all of my information here, some sides that we do. I've got my everything labeled as far as if it's a slow cooker meal or if it's, you know, kind of what it is, a soup, a main dish, slow cooker, all of those various things. So the thing about it being consistent, and let me show you. Ingredients, directions, blah, blah, blah. You've got your shopping list, keep on hand, suggested sides. That will be pretty much on every single card. Some cards don't have the suggested sides, but most do. And I want to show you this list, meals this week, is currently empty. So once you have everything in there, it's very easy to kind of just go through and you can say, okay, well, I know according to my schedule that I need to plan for 3 meals. One of them it needs to be bigger because I need leftovers because we've got a game the next night. We've got date night this week, like whatever, all of your things. Look in your calendar, figure out how many meals you want and what types of meals are going to work for you. Like, what type of meals work for you? I mean, like, it can be anything. It doesn't have to be from these categories. It can also just be things that are like, you can have a whole section of like, hey, it's better than fast food. And if it's, okay, well, I pick up a rotisserie chicken and some mac and cheese from the deli, like, you're still better off, at least money-wise, maybe not nutrition-wise, but at least money-wise, you're still better off in that situation versus like going through a drive-thru. Anyway, so once you figure out how many meals and all that stuff you want, you go through. You've got 2 options. You can click into the card, or you can click this little pencil in the top right-hand corner, and you can click copy. So we're going to make a copy. We're going to keep everything the same. The only thing I'm going to do is move it from this list, sandwiches and wraps, over to meals this week. And create card. And so what happens is that just makes a copy, as you would imagine, and it pops it over here in this list. So I know I'm going to make chicken salad this week, and I also need a crock pot meal because we've got a lot going on, and I think this green chili pork will have some leftovers with it, so I'm going to do that one as well. Copy, move over to my list, meals this week. I find it better to copy versus, I mean, the alternative is just dragging and dropping over here. But then whenever you go to the next week, you kind of have to go through and manually clean everything up and kind of sort and make sure that you're not like just tossing all your work that you put in there, versus being able to click on these dots up here and just do archive all cards in this list, which will basically just take those copies and just get rid of them so they're not like clogging up your stuff here. All right, I need one more. Probably should have a salad in there somewhere. I'm going to click over and do copy again, move to list meals this week, and do create card. So now that I've got a plan for my meals this week, and then you can go through, and again, this is just a copy, so it won't matter kind of exactly what you do on this side. It's not going to affect the original. So you say, oh, well, crap, usually I have mayo on hand, but I don't. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up some mayo while I'm there too. And then you just go through, and as you are making your grocery list, you just kind of go through and you're like, yeah, I've got all this, I've got all this, I've got all this. I don't need that. That's fine. And you go through and you do each one of those and you add it to a master grocery list or a weekly grocery list. So what I like to do, you can just add a card and kind of go through. There's a couple of different ways to do this process, but if I have like weekly shopping list. So you can come over here to checklist, a couple of suggestions. You can go through and you can find what you wanted. So I know that, what did I say? Chicken salad was one of the things that we're going to have this week. I've got chicken salad and chicken salad. So it doesn't say which is which. I'm going to copy shopping list and move it over here. That's kind of messy. So the other alternative, well, one of, is to go through whenever you're tweaking things to whenever you're trying to figure out kind of what you're doing. Just come over here and put a 1 or something like that in front of your meal. Same thing here. You can do another 1. It's not really going to matter here. The point is, whenever we get to our weekly shopping list, the goal is that all of this shows up right at the top. And then once those are deleted, those will be gone. And so it's not like any big deal. It's not going to impact anything. So that is one option. So now it becomes very clear if I come over here to checklist, copy items from, okay, here's my 1 berry salad, 1 chicken salad, 1 green chili pork. So I'm going to do my shopping list for my pork. I'm going to add that. Here's, you can title it if you need to. Go ahead and change it. And it'll add it in a little different section for you. Same thing for the salad. Oops, I forgot to add the salad part, but so that's that. Okay, so that is how you can get your shit together and get a meal plan that will go with you. Because the other thing on your weekly shopping list, you can access this from your phone, you can access it from a tablet, you can add your husband as, or your spouse as a person that's on the board that has access to this. Your partner can take one half of the list, you can take the other, or you can do my favorite and just order everything online and have them deliver it to your house, because that, my friend, is game changer. But I want to show you something super, super exciting. I want to show you some automations, and this is next level. This is actually an upgrade from the workshop that we're doing right now. So I'm just going to show you. You do not have to continue. I just want to show you what is possible with this. And then if you want to learn how to go into this next level to kind of automate that, where you're removing all of that brain fog or frogs, whatever, where you're removing that and kind of having things done for you, where you aren't having to, do so much manual. Because whether it's on paper or digital, whenever you're still going through and kind of having to do that mental stuff every week, which is fine. This narrows it down a lot more. But I want to show you what some automation buttons can do. And honestly, this is where I totally geek out. So if you look up here, I have got some buttons that I have automated. There are, well, let me just press the button and I'll show you. So I've got easy meal plan, and this is called a board button. So this impacts the whole board. As you can see, it has cleared my list. It's added a card called weekly shopping list, and it's got random, one from each category, which is what I've set up. Including that one that it's bringing in, but it's got one from each category. It's got a random item or a random dish, and it's adding it to my weekly shopping list. So I've got chicken taco ring, egg salad, tofu, and then a cucumber salad. So if I click up here on my shopping list, so what this does is it clears my items from last week, it adds in my weekly meals, and now I'm going to go through, review, and confirm my meal plan, check the freezer, pantry, fridge. So this is just a checklist that gets populated for me so I can walk through it. It pulls in my weekly repeats, which is what we set up over here in our planning section. It's got the breakfast that kind of focused on this week, my snacks that I'm focused on this week, and then it's got the shopping list for all of the items that made it to my weekly list. So for cucumber salad, it's got it, again, broken up into shopping list and keep on hand. All of this stuff I have on hand, so I can just hit delete here. I am going to pick up some cucumbers and onion. So this tofu, whatever, I didn't break it up on our last example, so I'm just going to delete that one. Actually, my egg sandwich, I've actually have eggs on hand, mustard, mayo, blah, blah, blah. I've got all that stuff. I do need to pick up all of that stuff, so I'm going to delete this. My chicken taco ring, I actually have some crescent rolls on hand. I'm going to not get those, delete this. And the sides, I've actually got that stuff. I'm going to delete this. Okay, what I'm left with is just the things that I need to pick up based on the meals that we're eating, the snacks, breakfast, weekly repeats, and then there's some other suggestions here as to check and review your household items, make sure that any of those things, if any of those are ready to go or ready to order, it's all done for you, and it's all right here. The alternative is if that relinquish of control scares you and you're like, I don't want some computer telling me like what I'm going to eat. Like there's too much going into that. You can still get the benefits of the automation, but go about it a separate way. So I'm going to, instead of easy plan, I'm going to hit the meal plan button. And again, that's going to clear that plan, and it's going to add a shopping list for me. So now I can manually go through and say, okay, well, I want this salad, and I'm going to add a label. And so there's a way that you can add a label that triggers this to go through and triggers my shopping list over here. So I'm going to come over here, and you can see that now on my weekly shopping list, it's not 24 items for that thing. It brings in my weekly process checklist, and then it brings in my other things automatically, but then it just brings in the salad. So I've got this stuff I'm going to delete here because I've got all that junk, and then I can go through and add in with the just touch of a label. I can go through and also create a meal plan like that. So that is it. If you want to upgrade, if you want to continue on this training and you want to learn how to do all of these automations and kind of take it to the next level, you can go over to jamieriene.com/toolkit and you can see what's included here. It comes with over a month's worth of recipes, and I've got step-by-step on how to set up the automations and references. It does include a kitchen reference, like if you're just getting started on some things to kind of keep in mind, helpful tips, modifications. helpful tips with Trello, and some must-have products to make your kitchen life easier if that's something you're interested in, and some helpful reference guides, all that sort of stuff. That is it. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned something, and if you want to take it to the next level and learn how to do all of those automations and that sort of thing, then just head on over to jamieriene.com/toolkit to explore more about everything that's included, the additional recipes, the references, cooking tips, tricks, Trello tips, that sort of thing that is available for you. And if not, I hope that you learned something today. I hope that this really saves you time and energy. It's like, for me, I just get really excited when I can take a task that normally takes 30 minutes to an hour every single week, and I can, with a little bit of work and a little bit of preparation up front, I can then turn that task into something that I can do with push of a button in like no time at all. I mean, like, that's the stuff that I geek out on. So if that is something that you want to do, if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, please join me over at jamieriene.com/toolkit to learn more. And if not, I hope that you've been able to learn something, that you're really able to understand how all of this can fit together and how easy and simple it can be with a little upfront preparation. So thank you for joining me today. I know this is a long one, longer than I normally do, but hopefully it was worth it. Thank you so much.